So the grassroots also supposed to have even feel this, that all this argument they are bringing into the national supposed to be at the grassroots.
Oh, okay, let's get Dikbo's view on this. I would like to find out really, you know, concerning this argument of should it be fair representation or competence. We know quite well that the state of the nation leaves so much to be desired at this point in time. Look at every sector, be this economy or infrastructure, security. There's really so much, you know, that is left to be desired. But are you subscribing to the notion that it should be competence over, you know, a fair representation in terms of a balance within religious lines?
Yeah, thank you very much. There's no way you cannot combine the two. And you see, God has blessed this country so much in terms of human and material resources.
Okay.
Are combined together called natural resources. There's no part of this country you get to that you will not see capable, competent Nigeria to fill any position.
Okay.
That one, there's no part. Well, then the remotest part of Zungeru, the remotest part of Calabar, if you go to the village in Obomosho, or one village in MBC or Mbino, that you will not get a competent. So the issue of competence is always there.
Okay.
They are always available. But you see, what makes a good leader is a good leader that views the sentiment of his countrymen and see how he can appease these various sentiments.
Okay.
That one is basic. But when you take some actions that stinks of impunity, that they can go to hell, this segment can go to hell, nothing will happen, we know we are going to have it. A lesson has been learned in Oshun just yesterday. I hope people will learn the lesson.
Okay.
My dear brother, there's no way you can throw away sentiment when it comes to politics, permutation, and balancing.
Okay, let me quickly... I'm sorry to butt in, but let me quickly take you on that. I understand the place of there should be a balance, as you've said, or rather a combination of both in terms of fair representation as well as competence. But we know quite well that the average politician is thinking about how to win an election. And the decision is seemingly is purely electoral on the basis of, you know, getting more votes and being able to win the election for the APC flag bearer. Don't you think that that is what was paramount in his mind when he took that decision against, you know, the place of fair representation or a balance as you've just talked about?
It is his prerogative, which I said right from the beginning. It is the prerogative of the paramount to say, okay, this is the person that can work with me. Nobody is disputing that. But where some of us get disturbed is when they now said it is competence that they took into account. That is my own area of disagreement with them. If they have restricted themselves to only, we are looking at how we can win election, and this is the only person that can give us election the combo, nobody will fight over that. It is their right.
Oh, well,
but when they now come to tell us that they took competence into consideration, that is the area where we disagree with them. That it is very preposterous that in the whole of the North, they cannot get a Christian that is competent. Are you telling me SGF, but Mustafa is not competent and he doesn't have political appeal? But I am not teaching them what they do. I'm talking of the Secretary of Government of Federation. He's a Christian.
Well, no, that's also debatable because you can say he's competent. Some people would have other opinions about it. But let's flash back to...
Sorry, you have to look at his CV. Look at where he's coming from. If he's not competent, the president will make him SDF.
Well, that's also debatable because there are so many people within the cabinet of the president who a lot of people would not describe as competent. But let's flash back to 2014, 2015, when the time came for the then General Muhammad Buhari to make a choice of a vice presidential candidate, and then a lot of people were touting Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be his vice presidential candidate. But of course, he looked at the fact that this is a Muslim, and he also is a Muslim, and then he went against the popular opinion and chose Vice President Oshibajo as his vice, who was a Christian, or is a Christian, of course, and wasn't very popular in politics. He wasn't even into politics at all. So when you say that they are looking at the fact that competence and all of that and who can win vote for them, the question is, back then in 2014, then General Muhammad Buhari picked Yemi Oshibajo as his VP, and then a lot of people voted according to what we see, and then they came into power. So is it still a question of popularity? Because back then, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo was not popular in politics, and then he won the vote of the people.
Well, I was not there, but let me tell you what we had.
You were not where?
That, like myself and yourself were not there when they said they wanted to use Ashwaju as the vice president.
But it was all over the media.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, that we were not there. But let me tell you what we had. Okay? That time, it is Bola Ahmed Tinubu wanted to become the vice president. He said it to him. He said, no, go and give me someone. Okay? It is that time, the interest of Nigeria is too high. The expectation of Nigerian then is too high.
Are you saying it's low now? Are you saying these expectations are low now?
Very, very now. Very, very now. Very, very now to that 2014 to 2015.
How low when it seems like insecurity is even on the rise than it was back then?
I'm talking of the election then. I'm not talking of about the security now. I'm talking of then.
The election. The election is still high.
The people then
Which people?
want the Nigerians
Okay.
looking for a change.
Okay, there is
Then-
different set of
then-
Nigerians now.
Then. See,
But Nigerians, don't you think Nigerians probably also want a change now?
you
Probably.
could have let me land first.
Okay, you have the floor.
Because he was saying why Yemi Osinbajo, SAN, become the vice president.
Okay.
It is somebody that brought, okay, go and give me someone. And it is part of the attitudes of Nigerians that have been created for a very long time. And that is made it to be. But they forgot that in 1993, such thing like that happened. And the question they asked Ken Gibe was that, but you and your boss, you are Muslim. He said, are we going to make a government of Muslim? Okay, he's coming from the business sector while I'm coming from the civil sectors. But as today now, the way Nigeria are, what they are deliberating on is not supposed to. It is the political party that wish to have their Muslim. And we have some other political parties who have Christian Muslim. So it's not now determined, as my brother said, that it is now left for us to look inward and do whatever we feel that is going to be good for us to do. So the tension, it is not when we have the Christian Muslim, the security is still like this.
All right, we'll just take that as your final thoughts and get Deepal's final thought as we wrap up the segment.
Yeah, thank you very much, iBrand. I think we are just about 8 months to election. Nigerians should not allow themselves to be distracted. Let us remain focused. We should not take our eyes off the ball. The option before Nigerians is, do we want to continue like this or we want to have a change? We don't want a decision that what we have, my brother just talked about insecurity. We all know the problem of polarization. Nigeria has never been this polarized in the history of this country. Now it's very different from 1993. The last 7 years, this government has polarized Nigerians. For the first time in the history of Nigeria, people are looking at Christian and Muslim. It has never been this bad. And if somebody thinks at this time of our nation's history, Muslim ticket is what he wants, why are we losing sleep over it? Let the guy continue with his campaign. Let them continue with whatever they are doing. And when we meet in February 2023, Nigeria can speak with their votes. So Nigeria should not be distracted at all. No, this is the antics of the politicians to take our eyes away from the ball. Nigerians are not smiling. Let us know that should be the focus, and that should be the focus of our discussion, television, radio, the newspapers. Let us do away with this Muslim ticket. It is their ticket. Why are we losing sleep over it?
All right, thank you very much. Any final thoughts?
Well, as my brother said, see, the beauty of it is our PVC. That no matter what, we are looking for one party to win election, not all the party that are going to win election. So it's now going to be our determinant that this is the person we want to win election.
All right, solely depends on the electorate to decide who, takes the victory at the polls. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll delve into another conversation. Please stay with us.